All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very big welcome to week 12 Lectorial. That's officially the last week of the Lectorials, ICT201, System Development, Lifecycle, and Project Management. I really hope you've been enjoying the course and enjoying everything I've been covering, week after week. I definitely enjoyed having you in my classes and, enjoying seeing all your work, looking at it and making sure that you guys are progressing and applying your learning. So thank you very much for all your hard work, for everything you've been doing. Today, I'm going to really discuss a few things. I'm going to go and discuss the assignment 2, and I'm going to discuss the final exam revision. The main component for today and the most important component of today is where there is a couple of questions I would like you to go and really look at. It is a question I would like you to go and research, because these are going to be questions that are relevant for your final exam. So there will definitely be something related to one of those questions in your final exam. And it's very important you're going to spend the time reading about it to be able to go and do well in that question. If you do well in that question, it means I think you'll get maybe 8 or 9 marks. It's a lot of marks. You're going to get one very full question out of 6 correct, because you've basically made the research that I've basically told you to go and do. Now, just a quick final reminder that there's me and there's Dr. Atif. So if there's anything you need any assistance with, you can make contact with us. We have consultations available after our classes on Thursday. So please feel free to speak to us. We are always very keen, very happy to go and help you. You are our priority, and we just want to make sure that we're giving you all the stuff that you're actually going to be needing to succeed in life, not simply in this course. We've already spoke about all of these things to do with copyright, and you guys have been doing brilliantly. I haven't had major issues relating to any plagiarism or any copying for this assignment. That's a really great testimony of all your hard work. I hope the same thing is going to go and continue. Obviously, there's more submissions that could change, but if there's any issue, we'll usually deal with it very quickly. We don't like any copyright issues to go and be really upcoming, so it's very important you guys be very careful about that particular point. In terms of the group assignment, the only thing I would like to go and mention is the fact that we got assignments. We are now in the process of marking those assignments. I'm going to endeavor to ensure that we are going to be releasing the marks within 2 weeks of your submission. So you guys submitted on Wednesday. So basically, 2 weeks from Wednesday. But we're working very hard to try to get it done as quick as possible. Hopefully we'll try to get it, for you sometime next week. But thank you very much for all your work. Do you guys have any question about this assignment? Is there any question you want to ask about this? Alrighty, no problem. Now, there are 2 questions that I need you to go and be doing, or 2 slides where I need to make sure you guys are doing some research about it. The reason why you need to be doing some research about this is because you will need to basically answer one of those questions that are related to your final exam. I'm asking you a number of questions. There won't be any answers provided from my end. It is something you will need to go and personally research to be able to go and really get your answers. So I want you to go and spend the time to be able to go and make the research about every one of those questions. Now, the first question I would like you to go and research is this question that is in front of you. It is about Wembley Stadium project. What I want you to do is I want you to research this project and tell me a fact about that project. Then I want you to go and tell me what resulted in this project really failing. Then I would like you to tell me how would you have better managed this project so that that project would not really go and be achieving that particular failure. Now, what I want you to do in the first instance, I want to give you 10 minutes to be able to go and make research about that question. After this 10 minutes, I'm going to basically start having a discussion with you guys as a group. it is, as I said, something that is 100% relevant for your final exam. So it's very important you ensure you guys are going to actually go and engage in this activity. It's very important you're going to go and produce some answers so that you're going to go and really prepare yourself for what to expect in that final exam. So I'm giving you 10 minutes. That 10 minutes just started now. Please make sure you research just questions that are relevant for your final exam. After this 10 minutes, we'll start doing the discussion. Thank you very much for all your work. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I gave you 10 minutes to be able to go and research that question. So I would like to go and start getting your responses. So the first question is, what can you tell me one fact about this project? And please, if you can tell me via voice rather than typing, that'd be very good for the recording, because other people are actually picking up that information also. So what can you tell me?
Australian construction company built it.
Okay, so you're talking about the multiplex. So you're saying it's an Australian construction company?
Yeah, multiplex, yeah.
Okay, no worries. What else can you tell me about it?
It was built on the site of the second Eiffel Tower.
It was, sorry?
It was built on the site of the second Eiffel Tower that was
What?
to be designed.
The side of the second Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower, I'm not sure, because the Eiffel Tower is in France, isn't it?
Yeah, but the
Wembley
second
is in England.
but the second was going to be built on there.
Are you saying they were going to build a second stadium?
Yeah, second Eiffel something tower was going to build. The Eiffel Tower was going to build there.
Okay.
But
okay, fair enough. Thank you very much. All right. Anybody else could tell me any other fact? Krishna?
so it has an iconic sliding roof, covers every seat in the stadium, making it the largest fully covered stadium in the world.
Okay, so one of the biggest stadiums in the world. No worries. Krishna, what can you tell me? What, first question, you've researched it. What can you tell me a fact about it? If you can tell me instead of typing, that'll be good. Krishna, can you hear me? So what you can tell me about this project? What can you tell me a fact about it, Krishna?
So this Wembley Stadium project was started on 2002 and was completed on 9 March 2007.
Okay. Thank you very much for this fact.
So this,
what else you want to tell me?
Sorry?
What else you want to say?
So this stadium was owned by Football Association.
Yep.
With the capacity of 90,000 seats.
Okay. What can you tell me about the project? Why did the project fail? From what you've researched,
yeah,
what made this project fail? Tell me the first thing.
First thing is the cost.
Okay, so the first thing we need to know about is for a project to be successful, it needs to be delivered within what?
Time.
Within time.
Estimated time.
Within what?
Estimated time, like.
What else?
A budget.
Within cost. What else?
Mutual understanding between sponsor and contractors.
Yes, so really this mutual understanding is basically within specifications or within requirements. And the fourth one is it needs to be delivered within the quality that is needed.
Yeah.
Now, four things. So, within time, within cost, within specifications, and most importantly, it needs to come and be fitting within a certain quality. Now, what will happen if a project does not get delivered within, if let's say it's not within time, what will happen? It's going to have an impact on something else, because They are all interrelated. If it's not within time, then basically it's going to go and cost me more. Otherwise, I'll have to go and reduce my specifications. So you start basically seeing how all of these various concepts are interrelated together. Now let's talk about this Wembley Stadium. Was it delivered within time?
No, it was not delivered in time.
Okay, when was it supposed to be delivered? Did you find any of that data?
No.
Okay.
Supposed to start
Go
on
on. Anyone else? Okay. Was it delivered within budget?
No.
No.
Okay. How bad was it? Was it really, really badly run? Or was it only badly run? Was it run well? What can you tell me? Anybody knows how much it costed? Do you know what it costed versus how much it was supposed to cost? Anybody have researched that?
Yeah, it has cost double than estimated one.
Double the
And
estimated costing.
Yeah, and then 5 years longest, like.
Wow, 5 years longer than anticipated and double the budget. Wow, that's a lot of money. Eventually, did Multiplex complete the project or did they sell it to someone else?
They said it someone else.
They sell it to someone else. Why would you sell it to someone else if they were supposed to go and actually be doing it themselves?
They couldn't do it on time.
Because they couldn't do it. They basically were not working well. They've had all of those issues. It basically did not work according to what they wanted it to go and really work. Now, you told me it wasn't delivered within time. Yes, go on. Go on. Okay. Now, you said it wasn't delivered within time. It wasn't delivered within cost. Can you tell me why? So let's go into details. What were the reasons why this project has failed? What were the reasons? Anyone?
Because one of the biggest mistake is that they were trying to manage the project instead of hiring the project managers with a lot of experience.
They were trying to manage the project themselves instead of hiring a project manager?
Yeah.
Okay, so why is that an issue?
Because there's only one, so few manpower can't handle the big everything.
Okay, so they were basically trying to do way too much instead of assigning responsibility to various people.
Yeah, managers. Yeah.
Okay, so that's one reason, no problem. What else? By the way, I'm relying on what you've researched to try to find that information. You know, if that was a final exam question, I'm going to be making my research about it to make sure that your answers are correct. So it's very important that you give me information based on research. What else can you tell me? What other reasons led to the project failing? Come on, guys. What else you could think of? Come on. Krishna Milin, you've been reading for a long time. What did you find?
It is because of mistrust between the sponsors and the contractors as well, became less willing to conduct work in parallel to.
It's a big mistrust between the stakeholders and between the people who are delivering the project.
Yeah.
They don't trust each other. They don't speak to each other. They don't share the right information. They have arguments. They have conflict. They can't get the job done. You know, you're conflicting with someone else. So your focus is becoming on me not trusting those people rather than that becoming on how am I going to go and really fix this problem to get the job done. So there's basically a disagreement and a poor focus on what we need to go and do. Thank you very much. What else? Give me at least 2 more reasons why this project failed. Give me at least 2 more reasons why this project failed.
They found, they found that the workers working on this project were using drugs.
Woo! Wow, that's a big one. So I'm getting people to go and work on a project, and they've been working on sniffing. So they were kind of focusing on the job of doing something else. So you basically haven't employed the right people with the right skills, with the right attitude to get the job done. They were not focusing on getting the job done. What else? Come on, Milan, your turn now. What else did you find? What else can you tell me?
There was a temporary roof support fell by over a half meter in March 2006, which resulted in evacuation of 3,000 construction workers and delayed work.
So I didn't understand. What was the issue? Is it technical? Is it what? I didn't understand.
So the roof fell when there was a construction project going on.
So the roof that they were building failed, but why?
Maybe don't.
You guys need to think about the details, not the high level. You need to understand why something had an issue.
Like there was no sharing of information, ideas between the contractors and sponsors and shareholders.
Yep.
So that leads the relationship to mistrust and conflict, because they were not sharing the information regarding the project.
Okay, so we spoke earlier about the mistrust. Now we're talking about another thing about there's no sharing of information that was occurring.
Yeah.
So people were not sharing the right information that the other groups has needed to be able to get the job done.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were not sharing the information straightforward.
Yeah. Okay. Or what does that mean, straightforward? They were hiding it?
Yeah, maybe they were like against of the ideas or like that.
Okay. What else? Can we find one more reason you can maybe share with us? If I was to go here for a second, and if I was to go and google.com reasons for Wembley Stadium project.
So they were replacing subcontractors in midway of the project as well.
Okay, so they were basically not using the same people. They were basically changing contractors, changing the team. So by the time they build their knowledge, it's basically going to be all of these issues they have to go and try again to go and learn. So I'm just trying to have a look. So obviously you need to kind of look about the reasons, project failure. There's a lot of information about the project failure. Okay, they are implementing of an unprecedented design that hasn't been done previously in the past. So maybe they didn't have the technical difficulty to be able to get the job done. Information flow and incentive. Information flow around the project was never straightforward. That's what you were telling me earlier. They were not sharing information. Trust, drugs, people keep on changing the scope, changing the requirements. They now want this, now they want this. They keep on changing their information. So that's, you know, you need to go and make your research about this, but you can also go and try to see other places. Like if you want to go and try to see, you know, scholar, .google.com. You might want to go and see Wembley Stadium or Wembley Stadium project failure. You might go and search, and you can see extra time, but time not a large, you know. So these people talking about the project, you know, what are they talking about? So let's go and have a look. What are they talking? This is specifically about Wembley Stadium. You can see, you know, the Multiplex Centric Limited main contract. Okay, you know, first time Honeywell argued that the clause entitling them to an extension of time for delay caused by an act of prevention by the contractor in performing its obligation did not cover direction. So basically, this is more about argument. But let me see if I can download the whole thing. You need to purchase access. Yeah, well, I don't want you to purchase access to read that information. Creating Wembley. Let me go and try to see if I can search for specific keywords. Okay. When did they start building it? 2001?
2002, October 2002.
Okay, so I'm just trying to see. Okay, the conflict that emerged from its failure to implement strategies from the conception stage. So they were conflicting on what they're trying to go and do. You know, best management practices. So the bottom line, guys, that I need you to make sure you're gonna make your search to be able to find relevant information. You guys gave me a number of relevant information that that is basically useful. But another reason here you can see about the quality wasn't managed correctly. So if I go and look at this is okay. This is require purchasing. Okay. Stadium. Okay. Partnership breakdown. So just have a look about all of this data and try to find a number of reasons why this project has failed. But if we're to go and build on what you guys have told me earlier, how would you have better managed this project? What would you have done if you were managing that project? What would you guys have done?
First thing is there should be a mutual understanding and trust between the contractors and subcontract sponsors.
Yeah, there should be.
And the shareholders.
Yeah, so we should basically work on building that relationship of collaboration and trust between every party. We need to remember that we are only one group trying to deliver one very important outcome, which is that project and the needs of that project. So it's very important we basically remember that we are basically on the same team, and that team is really about looking what are we going to be able to do for the benefit of the client and making sure we're going to go and get the job done. That's the first thing. It's very important, trust, collaboration, and so on. What else would you have done?
Projects with formal budgets and timelines should be placed.
Okay, so we basically create proper project management, proper timelines. What else? Milan?
Yes, sir.
What else could we have done, my friend? we needed to focus on both. Yeah, go on.
Had good project managers.
Hire good, strong project managers. I would have said we need to look at the technical and non-technical side of project management. We needed to go and focus on the non-technical side by ensuring people trusting each other, people are collaborating together, people are building relationship together to be able to go and ensure the job is done. And at the same time, focus on the technical side of project management by ensuring we have the technical expertise, we are using proven designs and ensuring we can get them done. We are ensuring, if there's any technical issue, we're using proper technical project management approaches to go and solving it. So simply focusing on both the technical side of project management and the non-technical side of project management to be able to ensure we are trying to go and get the job to be completed as required.
Delivering with a good quality management as well.
Absolutely. So incorporate quality management at the source to ensuring we are basically delivering the right quality that the client wants. If at the end I'm giving the clients what they want, they're not going to go and be upset. They're not going to go and start creating troubles because I'm giving them exactly what they are requiring that I go and deliver for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hiring people who have good qualification regarding the project, like not changing people in the midway of the project. That will
absolutely. Don't change people. Don't employ people who are going to go and be using drugs and not focus on the job. Employing people with the right skills to be able to get the job done. Very relevant, all very, very valid points. Alrighty, guys. So if there was a question in your final exam, you need to make sure you have enough data ready for you to draft a detailed answer, probably at least one page where you are going to be responding on these sort of questions in depth, not in high level. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the other one. We're not going to have enough time to go through it, but you've researched a bit, my friend Milan. Did you find out anything you can tell us about why this project had failed, or you didn't have enough time?
Sorry, I didn't have any time.
Okay, that's fine. This is a question you guys will need to go and research, because you could be having that question in your final exam, or you could have this question in your final exam. Definitely one of them will be in your final exam, or at least not exactly, but a question that is related to those two cases is going to be in your final exam and you need to be preparing for it. So I encourage you to spend the time researching those two questions so that you'll be able to go and draft a very proper response for something like this. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Now, any questions at all?
So what will be the time in the exam for this project, for this question?
Sorry, what's that?
What will be the time for this question in the exam? Well,
you have the exam is 2.5 hours. So if you have around 90 minutes, and if I remember right, sorry, not 90 minutes, 2.5 hours, 150 minutes. And I remember there were 6 questions. You probably will have around 25 minutes per question.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Sir.
Okay. Please make sure you ask your group leader to email you the group assessments so that you can review them, because they will be relevant for your final exam also. And we're going to be putting and publishing the marks very soon. Please review the week 12 webinar slides we are going to be covering. I just want to remind you that we care so much about you. We would like you to do really well. Thank you very kindly for all your effort.